of silence.
Love this! The human voice is one of the most versatile instruments. You can create so many sounds, not just with your voice, but also with your mouth, your lips, and all the articulators. So a cappella groups are so interesting to me because it's all they use. It's just the human voice, the human mouth, the human body to create all these sounds. And Pentatonix surely is a master of this. They recently published Sound of Silence, and I can't wait to listen to it. I have not listened yet, so let's take a look.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Very low.
But the vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence.
In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone. Neath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence.
I really like that.
In the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs that voices never share. And no one dare disturb the sound of silence.
Went down like that. Nice.
Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words like silent raindrops fell and echoed in the wells of silence.
And the people crowd and prayed to the neon god they made. And the sign flashed down its warning, yeah.
And the words that it was
For me, yeah.
and the sign said the
Words of the prophet are written on the subway walls and tenement halls.
and whispered in the sound of silence.
Oh, really cool. Okay, let's talk about it. Really, my favorite thing they do is these da 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 those intervals there. That's really cool. You can do so much with a song such as this. So the challenge is you want to leave it in its original to where it's very recognizable. I mean, this is an iconic song. Everyone knows it. And it's just the message and even the music, even the feeling of it. You can't really change it completely. Well, I guess you could, but it wouldn't be exactly the same song. And I think they did a really good job of trying to keep the spirit of the song and at the same time adapting it to where it works a cappella. Of course, they have one female voice and everyone else is male. So they have a lot of higher voices. And I think they did really well in building the song. So let's go back to the beginning.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So in his voice that lies kind of low in that very beginning,
I've come to talk with you again.
it's pretty naked here because there's a lot to build. It's a lot of verses. It's kind of like Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. It's like all these verses. And the melody isn't like, it's not anything earth shaking. It's pretty straightforward, and it's very easy to kind of recognize and to remember. So to keep it interesting yet simple, I think this works really well to keep that beginning of like very exposed, very raw, but very masterful. And his voice is very relaxed. So it's very intimate here.
But the vision's softly creeping.
So they're bringing in the higher frequencies. It's not giving it a lot of foundation yet. Like, as you know, there's no bass yet. It's just very high, kind of in the air. It's very light.
Left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain.
I love how it's so connected. It's very legato line, and his voice is beautiful, well placed, open, forward. So it's very pleasant to listen to.
Still remain
And nice ad libs here.
within the sound
I love that suspension. Da-dum. The
of
resolve.
silence.
That gives it just, this is very special. This is just, for me, this is always the highlight when they do this, because they divide it up between them. So they have a lot of range in how many pitches they can sing. So high, low, high, low, high, lower. It's the coolest part.
In restless dreams I walked alone.
So this guy, very high, very light voice.
Streets of cobblestone.
And I think they did this on purpose. He's next. He's staying quite light. Now, when she comes in later, she's really belting it out. But he's staying very laid back still.
Neath the halo of a street lamp.
Kind of in a mix here on the top.
My collar to the cold and damp.
And I love how they're bringing in some of the percussive elements here with a...
When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light.
And I think it's interesting because they're keeping it very kind of like a tapestry of sound in the background. So the bass here, he's just holding these very long notes, which they could have gone for more motion, but they opted here to keep it kind of calm. It's not really moving too much yet, which, you know, the percussion on the one hand, but very high pitched. There's not any doo doo. It's just very high. It's like the hi-hats. So it's still kind of laid back here.
Let's split the night and touch the
And I love, and now it's kind of, it's almost like drum stop.
sound of silence.
Love this.
And in the naked light I saw.
Now, I love his timbre. He has such a nice tone. It's very classically oriented here. Very, you know, lower larynx, very projected. You hear a lot of overtones. There's a lot of that squillo in there.
10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs that voices never share. And no one dare disturb the sound of
I love that. It's kind of, again, another break here.
silence.
I love how he went now the octave lower. It just now connects to what's next. I love that modulation. Now for her, no, they need to modulate because her voice isn't gonna fall in the same, you know, it's kind of between her perfect range, like the guy's range. So now in her range, I love that modulation. It sounded very elegant, very almost like, you can't even tell. It's just very nonchalantly, oh, we're just modulating. But it wasn't like this, bam, we're modulating. It's very smooth.
And I know silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I'm mighty.
They're still doing these long bass notes, so nothing percussive in the bass line here.
Take my arms that I might reach you.
Nice ad-libs on her too. Like,
My words like silent raindrops fall.
and I love how they're doing the ad-libs together. And not just she's doing it, but the harmony is also doing that. So that took some practice, and I just love that they're so intentional. One more time. Nice. Ooh, I love how those clusters are like very close together tones. It's like gives that kind of tension until then it resolves. Love that. Okay, climax here. I could just see in the beginning, he was like, okay, now it's my very calm part. And now, okay, now I can get to show off. He gets to show off all, like, this is fun for a singer. This is really fun. So he's not actually singing the lead note always, the main part, because it would be a little too high, but you can hear it come through efficiently, I think. Because I think it's always important that you still hear the actual original melody. She has the melody right now. Again, I love those those close pitches together. It just gives it that meat, and it's like that little dissonance that is yet very pleasant.
Oh, silence.
I love how they're so together. Silence, and then together on the N, singing through that, and then the S all together. I love this. This is so cool. But my favorite part is when they're back and forth. This is so cool.
Silence.
This is cool. Especially this modulation. This was my favorite part of the entire performance. And my goodness, you got to give them credit, not just for performing, but for coming up with these arrangements. I don't know who writes them. Not familiar with who writes them, if they're doing it all together or someone is responsible. But that is not an easy feat to write it in a way that it fits everyone's voice type and that it just sounds really cool and amazing and all the harmonies are correct. Kudos to Pentatonix. Love them. And this was exceptional. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite part of this performance. Now, to sing with a lot of control, you do need breath support. If you want to learn more about breath support, I have a free course, 7 Days to Perfect Support. I will put the link below, and I will see you in my next video. Always keep a song in your heart and always keep on singing.